Hello and welcome to KXAN Plus. Thanks for joining me. I'm your host, Esmeralda Zamora. We have some breaking news out of Williamson County. A building at an apartment complex in Bee Cave collapsed amid a Tuesday morning fire. That's according to Lake Travis Fire Rescue. I'm going to pull in some video that our photographer, Tim, has been feeding back to us. This is live video of what is happening there at the scene. I'll pull that up full while I continue to share some information on what is going on. So if you just joined our live stream, we have some breaking news. There is a building at an apartment complex in Bee Cave that has collapsed due to a fire from this morning. According to the Lake Travis Fire Rescue, the building at the apartment complex in Bee Cave collapsed after a fire on Monday. According to them, the agency said that the firefighting efforts were in defensive mode following the collapse to prevent the fire from spreading to other structures. The complex, located in the 3500 block of FM 6620, appears to have a three-story apartment building. It wasn't clear if their social media posts which structure was collapsed, but we do know that a structure did collapse. The emergency response agency hasn't yet provided a number for how many people will be displaced due to this fire. It asked for the public to avoid the area and for drivers to find alternate routes instead of driving on FM 620. This is as of 10:30 in the morning. A traffic map for that section shows significant delays along that road, but this video that you're seeing right now is from the scene actively right now live. Again, this is a fire that has happened this morning, Monday morning. According to the Lake Travis Fire Rescue, the building at an apartment complex in Bee Cave collapsed after a fire was reported Monday morning. The agency said that firefighting efforts were in defensive mode following the collapse to prevent the fire from spreading to other structures, and we will keep you updated with more information as far as how many residents will be displaced due to this fire. Again, if you're joining us here on our live stream, we are showing you a live picture from a fire that has happened over at a Bee Cave apartment complex. Our photographer, Tim, is out there giving us this video, feeding it back to us. It looks like firefighters are working hard to put this fire out. It doesn't look like there are many flames right now. We do see a lot of water on the roof of the building, and a lot of emergency personnel out there right now working on this situation. We will have all of the updates on our website, KXAN.com, but for now, let's continue to look at this image, this live image, and I'll bring some volume up for us as well. If you're just joining us on this live stream, this is a live picture coming to us from Bee Cave, where an apartment structure collapsed following a fire earlier this morning. We have information from the Lake Travis fire rescue crews. They say that there are firefighting efforts right now in defensive mode following the collapse to prevent the fire from spreading to other structures. But right now, we're getting this live picture from our KXAN photographer, Tim, who is feeding this back to us right now. And it looks like they are getting a better idea of the fire and how, if the efforts are working or not. But we do have an 11:30 a.m. update, so this is a little newer, and this is coming from Lake Travis Fire Rescue. There are 18 firefighting units on the scene and approximately 60 firefighters working to extinguish the fire. Crews from surrounding departments are backfilling stations to assist with other emergency calls. As of 11 a.m., the Lake Travis Fire Rescue mentioned that firefighters were still actively fighting fire across a large apartment building, and the American Red Cross was notified. We are still unaware of how many individuals are going to be displaced after this fire. Again, it is really cold outside right now, so not having a home is very important right now. So hopefully the Red Cross is speaking to these individuals right away. The crews are asking people to avoid driving on 620 and please avoid the area to allow first responders to continue working. Again, if you're just joining our live stream, we're looking at a live picture of a fire where a building has collapsed due to the fire in Bee Cave. These apartments are here in the images that you are looking at right now. You can see that the fire department is actively trying to put this fire out. We haven't seen flames for quite a while, but there is still a bunch of smoke. And again, the water that is working to get this fire down. We have an update for anyone who has just joined our live stream, and this is coming to us from the Lake Travis Fire Rescue Facebook page. They said that in their latest update that there are 18 firefighting units on the scene and approximately 60 firefighters working to extinguish this fire. Crews from surrounding departments are backfilling the Lake Travis fire rescue stations to assist with other emergency calls. Firefighters continue to actively fight the fire across a large apartment building. The American Red Cross has been notified. Fire crews say they are in defensive mode as they're trying to fight this structure fire, especially since we already did see a structure collapse. Lake Travis Fire Rescue crews are working at this location. It's in the 3500 block of SFM 620. And again, they are asking everyone to please avoid driving on 620 and avoid the area from now moving forward to allow for first responders who are working on this incident. We still are unaware of how many displaced individuals will be without a home for the remainder of this time after this fire, but we will continue to update our article on KXAN.com once we get that information. Again, you're looking at a live picture from a fire that has happened in Bee Cave. The fire happened early this morning and the building collapsed following the fire. So we have crews out there right now trying to stop this fire, turn it off, and get the building safe and back to normal so that individuals will be able to understand if they are going to not have a home or have a home following this fire. It is still very cold. We're still seeing freezing temperatures, so it is important more than ever right now that we get individuals into a safe, warm home. If you have any information or if you would like to reach out to us, remember you can always visit our website, kxan.com/reported, and share any information, photos, or videos that you are seeing, and we can share those here on our article post. Again, you're watching a live picture. I'll bring that audio up so we can continue to see the efforts from these firefighters. Thanks for joining us here on KXAN Plus. I'm your host, Esmeralda Zamora, and right now you are looking at a live picture feeding back to us from our KXAN photographer, Tim, who is out at the scene in Bee Cave. These apartments were on fire early this morning, and then following the fire, a structure then collapsed. So firefighters are out on the scene actively working to put this out. This is not I'm reading the Facebook comments right now from Jennifer. What happened? Was this from someone trying to stay warm? I hope everyone is okay. I do hope everyone is okay as well, Jennifer. Thank you for that comment. At the moment, we do not know the cause of this fire. The only information that we have is that there was a fire this morning, early in the morning, that caused a structure to collapse. And we have an update from the Lake Travis Fire Rescue. Their earliest update was as of 11:30 a.m. As you can see, they're pretty busy trying to put this fire out. They say that there are 18 firefighting units on the scene and approximately 60 firefighters working to extinguish the fire. Crews from surrounding departments are backfilling the Lake Travis Fire Rescue stations to assist with other emergency calls. As of 11 a.m. this morning, firefighters were still actively fighting fire across this large apartment building. And of course, they say that American Red Cross has been notified. At this moment, we also don't know how many individuals have been displaced due to this incident, but we will have all of those details in our article, KXAN.com, once that information starts trickling in. Again, fire crews ask everyone to avoid driving on 620 and please avoid the area to allow for these first responders who are working to continue their efforts to put this fire out. If anyone who has just joined us here on our live stream, we are looking at a live picture of a apartment collapse due to a fire in Bee Cave. It is unclear how many individuals have been displaced due to this incident, but we will be waiting for that information. I'm going to bring back this audio up so that we can hear the live feed, and I'll hop back in with more information once we get that in. Thank you. All right, if you are just joining us here on our social media live stream, you are looking at a live picture of a building at an apartment complex in Bee Cave that collapsed amid a morning fire early this morning. According to Lake Travis Fire Rescue, the agency said that firefighting efforts were in defensive mode following the collapse to prevent the fire from spreading to other structures. We know that 18 firefighting units are on the scene and approximately 60 firefighters are working to extinguish this fire right now at this moment. Again, this is a live picture from the scene. Crews from surrounding departments are backfilling the Lake Travis Fire Rescue stations to assist with other emergency calls while the crews are here at this scene working hard to put out this fire. The complex is located in the 3500 block of FM 620, and it appears to have a 3-story apartment building. It wasn't clear from officials' social media posts yet if there were any individuals displaced from this fire. The Emergency Response Agency hasn't yet provided a number for how many people could be displaced. So we are waiting for that information. The Emergency Response Agency also mentioned that they have already contacted the American Red Cross. So hopefully they can get in contact with those individuals that were inside these units. It also asks for the public to avoid the area and for drivers to find alternate routes instead of driving on FM 620. As of 10:30 a.m., a traffic map on our website, KXAN.com, can show you that section and significant delays along that road, or also any alternate routes that you may want to take if you do need to drive by this area. We've been seeing this live picture for about 30 minutes or so here now, and it looks like a lot of smoke coming out of the homes. We don't see any flames right now, but we do see lots and lots of water and firefighters working really hard to get this fire down. We are seeing your comments here on social. Thank you so much for sharing them. We are also concerned for the individuals that were in these apartment units. So we will update all of that information from this story on our website, KXAN.com. And again, we hope everyone is staying warm during this winter storm. I'll bring back this live picture and we can just take a look at what is going on from the fire crews. Thanks for joining us and continuing this coverage with us as we take a live look at the fire that happened in Bee Cave at some apartment complex. I'm going to share all the information that we have so far for those of our new viewers or our viewers who may have missed that information before we end this stream. You can continue this coverage with us online or on our broadcast shows at KXAN. I will start with that information right now. A building at an apartment complex in Bee Cave collapsed amid a Monday morning fire, according to the Lake Travis Fire Rescue Team. The agency said that firefighting efforts were in a defensive mode following the collapse to prevent the fire from spreading to other structures. At this moment, all that we know is that 18 firefighting units are on the scene and approximately 60 firefighters are working to extinguish this fire. Crews from surrounding departments are backfilling the Lake Travis Fire Rescue stations to assist with other emergency calls because we are still amid a winter storm. The complex is located in the 3500 block of FM 620 and appears to have a 3-story apartment buildings all around it. It wasn't clear from officials' social media posts where they were showing all the information that what the structure had collapsed for. The emergency response agency hasn't yet provided a number for how many people could be displaced due to this fire, but we do know that they have contacted the Red Cross. It also asked for public to avoid this area and for drivers to find alternate routes instead of driving on FM 620. As of 10:30 a.m., we have a traffic map on our website, KXAN.com, for that section that shows significant delays along that road. And you may want to consider looking at that if you need to drive through this road and find some alternate routes. We have some comments coming from our Facebook feed. So excuse me if I'm looking to the side. We have Pamela asking if this was a new building or occupied. We don't know that information at this time. This is a live picture that is being fed back to us from our photographer, Tim, who is out there on the scene. And throughout this entire stream of about 35 minutes long, we have been seeing this live picture where we are seeing lots and lots of smoke. We don't see any flames right now. When we got a closer look a few minutes ago, we still didn't see any flames, but actively shooting water onto the roof of this building. Again, it did collapse following the fire, so we are urging anyone around this area to please get out of the way, find an alternate route so these emergency personnel can continue doing their job and helping to stop this fire. Thanks so much for joining us here on KXAN Plus. This is going to be the end of this stream, but you can always continue this coverage with us on KXAN.com. We have a full article on this situation, and you can find more details as those come in that article. Thanks so much for joining us.